everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Reckelhaus from the Widow Reckelhaus and Threshold of Hineni, and I'm going to set aside this journal that we've been working on because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the cover. And I want to do a flip through of this journal that I finished about a week ago. So let's go ahead and start. This is a kind of guided journal. It has prompts that you can use or not use. Let's look at the outside first. It says a life-changing impact begins with you. Okay, so this is going to be prompts that will help you to make whatever changes you want in your life. And I have 3 buttons from Bill's collection. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the front here. There's a hymn and some sheet music, some denim that I have knots in, a couple of ladies here who look like very serious pals, and some of Bill's yarn. And then I love this little dangly thing here. This is from Hobby Lobby and I absolutely love this. I'm undecided as to whether I should put ribbon, I mean not ribbon, but lace over the spine here or not. So if you want it with the lace, just let me know and I will put lace over it. Otherwise, this is really nice for like sticking your this in and stuff to hold it back. You know, it's just whatever you prefer. On the back, I did some stenciling with numbers and some more lace and ribbon. Okay, so that's the outside. Oh, there's also there's a lot of stuff hanging out of it, and my husband used to say that my journals were hairy, and that's how this is. It's shabby chic, so it's got lots of threads and yarns and stuff. And then there are these 2 that are hanging from the centerfold. This one says love your dream, and it has a couple more beads above it, and then this one also has a couple beads above it, and there's this really cool octopus. Don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. All right, so we have here a pocket. It's not really a pocket. It's a card that opens up, and I have stuck a journal card inside of it. One thing that I usually tell people when I give them a journal, so this is something for you if you buy this or you give it to somebody else, is I always tell them take out all the cards and everything first, all the stuff that doesn't have to be in there, that's not like built in, so that you can decide where you want to put different things. Okay, so this says discipline, excellence is not a gift given, but a skill perfected. And then we have here a passage from the Bible, from Ecclesiastes, that talks about a right time for everything. All right, and here's some watches, pocket watches hanging. And then I have this journaling card that's hanging down from this Frankenpaper tuck, and a label from an apricot jam jar. It came off in my dishwasher and I thought, oh, that would be so cool on a journal. Oh, and it didn't. I'm going to have to put it down with better glue. And then I have like little things that I've cut out from magazines. Like this one here says, what's your best habit and what's your worst? So that's something that you could journal on, or you could just ignore it and journal on whatever you want. And if you want to cover it up with something else, you can. Or you could leave it there and journal on your day, whatever, it doesn't matter. This says you are inscribed on the palm of his hand. And then I have a fabric page here. This page is made from fabric and lace. And there's a pocket that goes along with the tie from the outside. I think that fabric is so pretty. And then I've got a couple of, this is actually a note card, a blank card, and then this is a card for journaling on. And those are both in here. And you know, the note cards, what is it sticking on? The note cards that are in here, you can use as a journaling spot, or you can use it, you know, as a card to send to somebody. So anyway, I think that's really pretty. And also then this, I stamped on a piece of fabric, file under issues needed. And then this is silk from a vintage sari that I have. So, which by the way, I have now started tearing with a mask because I was breathing in those fibers from the sari. Gosh, this went in so easily before. I was breathing, is it catching on There we go. I was catching on some of the lace. I was breathing in the fibers from the sari, and that was making me cough really badly. So that was before COVID. And then we have a Frankenpaper belly band here with just all kinds of goodies. We have 3 journaling cards, and this is part of the fabric page too. Although this is paper and fabric. And then a little notebook that I made, and on the outside it says, "I have found the one with whom my soul loves," from Song of Solomon. And all these things you can remove if you don't like them, or put them in a different part. There's a pocket watch here, and then there's just some more of the Frankenpaper just for decoration. Good place to write. Okay, there is another note card here. I have a couple of questions. What are some ways God has renewed your strength? How do you need him to renew your strength these days? Because it has the verse here, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. And then I've got a journaling card there. Another Frankenpaper belly band. This says solutions for. So you might write like some problems that you have that you want to find solutions for. I think this is really pretty. This is another little notebook that I made from coffee stained paper, and just put some silk on it with a little bit of lace. And you can take that out, stick it in your wallet or something. Oh yeah, there's all these little danglies all over the place too. There's an angel here. I always have an angel and a heart in most of mine. And then this, oh, did you guys remember these quilts? Oh my gosh, that's so fun. And then there's it looks like a sunflower seed packet. It's not a real one, it's just printed. There's a doily here, and then I love this gal. I cut her out of a magazine. It says, "How have you been surprised recently?" Okay, so again, you can use that as a prompt or not. This says priority you. So what I'm thinking is, how do you want to take care of yourself? Another belly band that's diagonal, an envelope that you can open up and write inside of, or if you want to glue it shut, just put some glue right here, and there you go. Okay, and if you want to ask me to glue it shut for you, you can. All right, and then I've got a butterfly stamp, postage stamp with the Denver, Colorado. There's an envelope here that you can stick something into, and a journaling card, and lots of space to write. And that could be some more about priority you or something else. This year I'm really working on taking care of myself because I have not been doing a good job of that. This is not a pocket. It might look like it on camera, but this is just flat. It's printed on there. It's some more pocket watches, or I guess stopwatches. My book list, what to read. Oh, I could use that this year because I have a huge list of things that I need to read. Some coffee stained paper, and I stamped a B on it. And then this says, "Jesus, I trust in you." It's the Chapel of Divine Mercy, so it tells you how to pray it if you want that. Or you can just write about how you trust Jesus and what he's asking you to trust him for and stuff. This is just decoration, some fabric with a button and some lace here. This is a real grungy one. "Thank you for all the kindness you bring into the world." I made this into I made this into a pocket, and there's a card here for it. It's kind of like a tuck pocket, actually. No, actually, I think it accidentally got glued shut. Here we go. Okay. "What kindness have you shown others, and what are some kindnesses others have shown you?" And then here this says, "How do you exercise?" Okay, and then there's some little tidbits of Frankenpaper, some more Frankenpaper here, another watch, some more of that old-fashioned quilting. Okay, so there's a couple envelopes here. So we've got this envelope that has a card inside of it right here, and a verse stamped here, and then it closes this way, and here's a USA stamp, and it opens up this way so you could tuck something in there. And then I have this lady that I think is so funny that I cut out of a magazine. I wish I could remember what magazine I cut these out of. "How do you unplug?" it says. So this would be a great place to write some of the things that you like to do to relax, which would be great for yourself, but also for, one of your descendants who picks it up 100 years from now. How did we relax back then? Did you really look like that lady? And there are some tags here with a belly band, and on these pages that have the belly bands, you can always write here. You can write on the belly band if you want, and then especially on the cards, and you can stick other stuff in there. They're pretty loose, so there's plenty of room for other things. Top 10 picks for holiday travel. Where are the places that you like to go for your holidays? Once in a lifetime, you meet someone who changes everything. Maybe that's your best friend or your spouse or a teacher. If you want to write about that, you can, or even about how you want to be that person. This has, I thank God as I remember you. Who are you thankful for? Okay, here's another back of a pocket watch. This says backstitch, and when I tore that out of the book, I was thinking like looking back, or what are some things that I want to reinforce, because that's what you do when you're sewing and you backstitch. Or it could be like, what are some things that I wish I could go back and do? So it could be any of those things, or maybe you even have something else. There's an owl here. What is your biggest indulgence? May all your dreams come true. So like, what are some of your dreams that you have? Groundbreaking. What's something that you've done recently that's groundbreaking, or what is something that you want to do that's groundbreaking? And then here we have another, this is a love stamp from Los Angeles. You can flip this out. There's a card in here. There's one journaling card here. You can stick more stuff in there, and some more Franken paper. A prayer to break addiction. We all have addictions, I think pretty much everybody, so that's a good one. Lots of room to write. Lace on the edges of a lot of the papers, and here's another dangly. This says, what advice would you give your younger self? And that's interesting to think back on, because it kind of like, okay, then how can I go back, and I can't change the past, but how can I incorporate that now? But also, this journal, it's not just for yourself, it can also be for your descendants, because they can look and they can learn from what you learned. Maybe you're, like 50 or 60 like I am, or even 20, and one of your younger teenage descendants picks this up. It's like they could learn a lot from this. I like doing things like that. So I do a lot of stuff for myself, but I also keep in mind that somebody else could learn from it. What's the advice you're glad that you ignored? Oh my goodness, there's lots of that. And then this is like a little envelope, so you can stick something in there if you want. One of the things I like to do in my junk journals that I write in is I like to put in some money in a pocket someplace, because that'll be really fun for somebody to find, even like 20 or 30 years from now, but it'd be really cool 100 years from now. Even if it's a $1 bill, which would probably be worth nothing then, it's just cool because it's from a long time ago, right? Okay, so then this says uncommon insights. So you could put those inside the envelope if you want, or just write them on the outside of the envelope. And here's like lots of writing space. Oh, this is, I'm pretty sure this is the clock from Prague, which actually is part of my family history, the clockmaker. And there's an interesting story about that, but we don't have time right now. Where he leads me, I will follow. And this says next. So like, where is God leading you now would be something that you might want to write about in here, or you might want to write in whatever you stick in there. Some more, here's another note card, and some more writing journaling cards, and some more Franken paper. This was something that I had written up for a video I was doing, and I just thought, what the heck, that would be kind of cool to stick in here. Okay, so success stories. What are some of your successes in life? And then this is like some tissue paper. You can write on this. You just want to be kind of careful. It's glossy on the other side. So this would be really cool to write on with a light pen. This is where you don't want to use the dark pen that I usually recommend. It'll go right through. Okay, and then designing the future. I've got some kids here. This is actually at Westmont College where I went. I think that they're walking from the chapel. So you can tuck something in here. And this is a little tuck that you can stick in there. I think this is, I'm not sure what book that's from. Okay, and then this weird picture and some stuff you can write here. So like, what do you think about the future? What are your goals, or what do you wish for your descendants and stuff? Okay, so there's another pocket right here that I don't have anything in. You can put something in there. And I've got a couple of tags in this one. It's a fabric pocket with some silk on it. Oops, I'm sorry. And this says, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Isaiah 41:10. What do you do when you're creatively stuck? Investing. I mean, that could be investing in anything. It could be financial investing. It could be investing your time or your mentorship in somebody. What are you investing? Here's another dangly, a heart. Okay, and these are like safety pins, kind of. Do you see that right there? They just don't have the little circle thing. And so you can take these off completely, or you can switch these out. Maybe you want to switch around because the heart fits with a different page, or maybe you want to put in your own charms and stuff. However you want to do it. Okay, so then this says bearing fruit. What is some of the fruit that you've borne in your life? Innovating. Some more of that. Franken paper and some stenciling here. And then, do you have a get pumped song? I would write that down. What's the song that just really gets you going? Right now, the song that gets me going, it's not Christmas time, but shoot. Guess who just checked in? It's a Gaither song, but when I'm down, I put that on and it just gets me going. I have found the one with whom my soul loves, and there's some Franken paper here. And so you could write about, like, who is the person that you love? It doesn't have to be your spouse, it could be, but who do you love? It might even be Jesus. Addition by reduction. What are some things that you want to get rid of in your life to make your life bigger and stronger because you get rid of those things? Procrastination. What are you procrastinating on, or how do you feel about procrastination? And here's another envelope. This one says do. It's the dictionary definition of do, so it goes with procrastination. And then I had these rose leaves that I found in a book that I'd pressed, and so I drew a flower to go with it. And I believe this is avocado dyed. A friend of mine, Michelle, sent it to me, and this is a card that says you're a blessing. Okay, there's some ideas here. Work for the night is coming. That's still going with the procrastination thing. This says celebrate. You could put some of the things that you're celebrating, or things, from any time in your life, or from just life in general. And this is actually the beginning of a hymn. Work for the night is coming. Work through the morning hours. So you can look that up and see the rest of the words if you want. This says no small task. What is something that just is kind of overwhelming to you? Dream big. So this has like lots of pockets. Here's a pocket here. Here's a pocket here. There's another pocket someplace. Here we go. It's like a tuck there. Okay. And I think there's also, I'm not sure, I might have glued this one down. Yeah, there's a tuck right there too. So you can tuck something small in there. Okay. So you can have lots of your dreams there. All right. This just has a button with some, this is a cotton sari and some lace. Lots of room to write here. Some more of my Franken paper with part of a Southwest ticket on it. Okay. And a journaling card. I like this. This is a stamp that I have that looks kind of like a postcard. This is St. Hildegard of Bingen. I love this picture. This is by Sue Kuma Johnson. She's one of my favorite artists. I buy artwork from her on Etsy. I can only afford prints. I can't afford originals, but I love her. You can check her out. But I thought that was really cool to share. And then this is a tuck. It's got a card in it that says everything, he's made everything beautiful in its time. That's a blank note card. And then another one of these little notebooks that I've made. I really like these little things that I made. I made them some time ago, and I just thought that they were perfect for this. And then here's Jesus with a little child, and the prayer on the back. Well, actually, it's a poem. Jesus asking you to trust him with your children. So you might journal there about some of your concerns about your kids and stuff, because we all have those. It's taking pride in a job well done. So you could write here about something that you're really proud of that you've done. Here's the rest of that Southwest boarding pass. And, well, not the rest, but some more of it. On the Franken paper, another journaling card and more space to write on the page. I'm trying to do this really quickly because there's so much in this. Here's another one of these cards that says you're a blessing. Who has blessed you, and how have you blessed others? Okay, I think I asked those questions before, but by the time you get here, you're going to be ready for them again. And that's another thing, you guys, in junk journals, you don't have to go straight through. I tend to usually, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go through and I look for a page that fits what I want to write about that day. And in a journal with prompts like this, you might especially like to do that. So make sure that you date your pages. And then I also write on these. I'll write on this part, I'll write around the edge here, wherever I can, write little things in there, I write. Here's some lace on another journaling card with a sunflower. Another one of these little notebooks, and this card says, I thank God as I remember you. So these are just like coffee stained paper with fabric and lace on them. I want to make more of those. Make a comeback. So like, what was a time when you felt like everything was bad, or like you had really messed up or something? How did you come back from that? Or if that's how you feel right now, what could you do to come back from that? Or just a prayer asking God to help you figure that out. Okay, here I have best vacation ever. There's some fish, a bottle, a deserted island. So you can write about your best vacation ever. I think this is a really pretty belly band. It's got the silk in it, and then burlap and lace, and another one of my little booklets here. So, and then I think that's, oh, not quite. Oh, and that's on a fabric page, by the way. Almost forgot. This is a fabric page that I stenciled on. I think it's muslin. Yeah, it's muslin. And then the other side has some of this fabric with lace, and I stenciled this leaf on it, and there's some lace and some other fabric, and this card, thank you for all the kindness you bring to the world. You can either write about kindness that you've brought or kindness that other people have brought to you. I love this funky little llama, and he would be really fun to color. Weekends are for waffles. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. So you could write about like what you like to do on your weekends, or how you like to relax or something. There's another clock here. And then this is from the Fellowship of the Ring. I wish it need not have happened in my time, said Frodo. So do I, said Gandalf, and so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. And that's kind of been a theme for me lately, because right now it's the beginning of 2022. We've just had 2 really, really hard years. It's not really looking like it's going to get better, but I hope it will. And we've just had things just going crazy all over the world. But this is the time that God put us in. And so what are we going to do with this time? And then I have here, where do we go from here? Okay, this is from a magazine. It was October 2021, but it doesn't matter. Where do we go from here? So you can put some stuff about where you want to go from here. Maybe I would put in some 3x5 cards with goals or something on it, or just ideas. Okay, so that's it. Let me know if you want this. I will, I'll eventually get this onto Etsy. If I don't have a link for it on Etsy, that means that I haven't put it on Etsy yet, but you are welcome to make an offer and buy this if you would like. And that's it. I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.